Hey, I'm Elmy G with WyanTicket.com. I'm here with my buddy Steven Leibowitz. He's the MovieNight.net. And man, we're here to talk about a film. Well, the characters and everything, storyline been on for a long time. Karate Kid Legends. And in this one, Jackie Chan is in this one with Ralph Macchio. I was expecting a whole lot out of this movie. But Steve, I'll let you start off. What do you think of this film?
Well, it's funny, Cass. Remember 15 years ago, Jackie Chan starred in what we all thought was the Karate Kid remake movie. He did that movie with Jaden Smith and
Right.
and that was supposed to be. We thought that was a remake, but it turns out that's actually now a sequel to the Karate Kid because apparently it all takes place in the same universe because now his character, Mr. Han, gets together with Ralph Macchio's character, Daniel LaRusso, for this movie. So it turns out we were watching a sequel after all.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was a sequel. But anyway, getting back to the Karate Kid, remember they just got off of Netflix Cobra Kai, and that was about 4 or 5 years they had this going on, and it was very popular. So I guess that's why they brought this back because of Cobra Kai, and they wanted to see how much they can make at the movie theaters. Now
Well,
I didn't realize that Legends is going to make a lot of money, but it might. But I don't know what's the difference between them and Netflix because man, they had millions of followers for Cobra Kai, and we still got Ralph Macchio in this.
right. You know what, Al? This movie would have worked better if there was no Cobra Kai series. This is like the first time seeing Daniel Russo all this time. In fact, fans of Cobra Kai should know this movie completely ignores, outside the one throwaway line, like Cobra Kai even existed. You don't even know that even happened in this movie. So people who wants to see some kind of Cobra Kai tie is going to be disappointed. In fact, they actually make Ralph Macchio. They stylized his hair more. He made him look a little different from the Cobra Kai show, so he looked a little bit more like himself from back in the previous Karate Kid movies. In fact, not to spoil anything, this movie opens in the past, like during Karate Kid 2, and he kind of looks more like himself from Karate Kid 2. So one thing I think might disappoint fans of Cobra Kai is this thing has nothing to do with Cobra Kai at all. This is a completely new story, a completely new Karate Kid. So fair warning to Cobra Kai fans, if that's what you're expecting to hear, some kind of connection, you're not getting it.
Exactly. And also with this film too, it still has that familiar formula
Yes.
that, here this young kid from China, he's the underdog. And of course, he has to fight his way to get name recognition and things like that. But there's a little storytelling in here where he meets a pizza owner who has a very beautiful daughter. And the pizza owner is a former fighter in martial arts. And they had that all going on. But the pizza owner owned some gang, some money, and things like that. They had that storyline in this. But who I really wanted to see more of in this film, and I know she can kick butt because she kicked butt in other movies, is the actress Ming-Na Wen. Man, she's from Marvel and things like that. But Ming-Na Wen, man, she's a very good actress and she knows how to kick butt and she did it in other movies. But here she's a doctor and also she has the son who's the outsider. And I wanted to see more of her. In fact, I wanted to see more of Jackie Chan too, and didn't get to see that at all.
Well, it's funny. This movie deviates a little bit from the previous formulas because all the other Karate Kids, didn't know karate at all. This kid who we meet actually does know karate, although his big thing is he knows like kung fu, and he knows certain moves. They bring in Daniel Russo in because they want him to teach him karate. They want apparently like Miyagi-Do and Hans has a relationship like Jackie Chan's character knew Mr. Miyagi. You find out. So, but they have two different brands of kung fu and karate. So they want to teach this kid both to fight this guy, in this big tournament called the Five Boroughs, because this one takes place in New York. And they want to train him up more so he can face off and help like I said, because this doesn't help this guy's business. Otherwise, he's going to go out of business. This getting money. So he's fighting for a reason, not because he's to like stand up for himself because he doesn't know karate. He's being bullied, So that's the new story here. But and that's how you bring these two guys together.
Yeah, they brought them together like that. But again, all that for me was briefly because the film is only 94 minutes long, and it's not that long at all. But you'll get what you want in this film if you're a Karate Kid fan, and you'll get it quickly. But again, I had some disappointment, and Jackie Chan not doing that much. And even though he's an older guy now, at least they had
He's
him
older,
dressed up
man.
to be an older guy. Older guy. Oh, I still remember all the great movies he had. But anyway, let's go to what do you rate this film?
Like I said, I agree with everything you pretty much said, Al. So I'm only giving it two swords out of four.
I'm gonna agree with you. I'm only giving it two palm trees out of four. Seen it before, formula, things like that. You knew exactly what's going to happen. And that's why I'm only giving it two palm trees out of four. Well, thank you,
Yeah.
Stephen. We
Oh,
both
your pleasure,
agree on
Al.
the rating of the
Yep.
film. And but it's enjoyable, but it's you'll say to yourself, well, I saw this before. And
You know
then you
what?
sit
Yeah,
there, I can't
yeah,
wait to see the
yeah.
next one.
And what you would have liked to see, like Jackie Chan and Daniel, and Ralph Macchio have more involvement in it. Maybe even get involved in a little more physicality for themselves. Maybe they haven't, they didn't, and which they didn't. So yeah, so this is a disappointment, but it's a formula. And if you're, in a way, it's fine. You're getting exactly what you pay for. Except unless you're a Cobra Kai fan, in which case you're gonna walk out pissed off.
You are. Well, thank you, Stephen,
Yes.
themovienight.net. And have a good day, and thank you for coming.
Anytime.
This is your entertainment ticket. Latest and greatest.